Happy Big Brother 26 Monday. We have some live feed spoilers to catch up on and last night's episode while we wait for the feeds to go down for the Power of Veto ceremony. So grab something to drink. Hopefully you're wearing something comfy. Smash that like, you guys, and let's get started.
If you like what you see, come and get it with me. I know you deserve all you want, 'cause your heart's made of gold. But don't wait till you're old. If you want it, I get you some.
Welcome to the Big Brother Breakdown with Joleen. Welcome to the BB Breakdown with Joleen. That's me. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to my channel for the Big Brother Breakdown with Joleen. That's me, stand-up comedian and Big Brother superfan Joleen Lunzer, here to break it all down for you. But first, as Julie Chen says, make sure you smash that like, subscribe if you're not already subscribed, and if you want to support the channel further, you can always send a super chat while we're live. I'll highlight your comment. We can talk about it. Thank you to those of you who have been hitting me up on the Venmo, PayPal, Cash App, or if you want some bonus exclusive content on Mondays, which is today, consider joining my YouTube membership or my Patreon, where we have the H of H with Joleen, where we take a deeper dive into BB26.
You know, it was really fun to see him win H of H, and sort of get his, to hear he's in it.
To win H of H. Today, every Monday, we do that at 4 p.m. Pacific. I'm going to be dropping the link again this Monday, this afternoon. And those of you that want to join and give your thoughts on BB26, feel free. All right. We got puppuccinos today, Ramona. We did. We went to the park already with the doggos, and we went to Starbucks, and they got puppuccinos. So we're ready to party. We're ready to party. Okay. Hopefully everyone had a good weekend. I took the weekend off. All right. Sometimes I need a couple days, even after last night's episode, but we'll talk about it here today. Now, remember, I'm very opinionated, but that doesn't mean you guys have to have the same opinion as me. You're welcome to have your own opinion in the live chat or the comment section after the video posts, and then we can just agree to disagree about this silly little show.
What's POV?
What is POV? What is POV, Candy? Okay. POV, the POV ceremony is today. All right. So let's get caught up on everything that is going on in the Big Brother house. Okay. First things first. If you watched last night's episode, you saw that we have a new HOH. We also have a new twist. We are back in the backyard. Similar to last season's, was it last season or season before? Season before. BB24's Dire Fest. They now have the Janky world. So after Ainsley, allegedly, everything I say is true except for the parts that are false. Okay. Everything for entertainment purposes only. Allegedly, Ainsley did something to Julie Chen Moonves. All right. And so she had to leave the country. So she brought in her little janky robot friend. And he was like, do you guys like pizza? Do you guys like staying up late? Do you guys like murder? Well, let's go. And the house guests last night, they thought, oh, we are going to be getting like a party. This is awesome. When in reality, they locked them outside and said, you will live out here in this carnival. You will be carnies for the next week in the janky world. And everyone's like, I'm sorry, what? I'm sorry, what? So we have been watching the house guests survive the elements of Studio City / Burbank, California, which has been hot at times, so hot that we have found Cam putting his head in the freezer. I also think he's just trying to get away from Chelsie, and we will talk about that as well. But yes, feeds have been not my favorite, I'll be honest. When you take these house guests outside, it's difficult to hear. Right now, you know, we have a situation where one side of the house, the power that took Quinn out, did not win power this week because Leah won the HOH. So what better to do than to send them all outside where they can barely talk game and they're just on top of each other. Now, there has been some drama that has come out of that in the Chelsie and Cam situation, and we'll talk about that. But as far as, you know, I think the potential that this week could have been and we could have had probably would have been better inside the house. We do have Mama Angela, you know, looking at everybody, just plotting and thought. You know what I'm saying, okay? And we saw in last night's episode, Angela pulled an Angela, and we had Rubina and Chemo and T-Core whispering about Quinn and how he kind of blew up his own game. And Angela's like, okay, you guys, if you're going to whisper, it's going to be about me. Yes, Chemo, did I vote to evict you for a second time? I did, but I really wanted you to stay. So let's just put it all out there. And Rubina's like, Angela, no, we're talking about Quinn, whatever. Just know that I really wanted you to stay, Chemo. Even though I voted you out twice, I really wanted you to stay. So Angelaing, that's all we can call it now. So we're in the backyard. We had an HOH competition that was a s'mores type competition. Okay. The house guests had to hold giant skewers and giant marshmallows, and it was endurance comp. I still do not understand why we couldn't have gotten this on feeds and watched it live. That would have been pretty rad. Very similar to pressure cooker in that you got to hold on to something, and the minute you let go and the marshmallow drops, you're out. Okay. Now, Angela lasted almost 10 hours. Cam lasted almost 10 hours. Leah lasted just about 10 hours. Everybody else, 2 hours max, and they were dropping. So who would have thought, spoiler alert for the, well, it's not a spoiler alert because we watched last night's episode, but who would have thought that these would be our final 3 in this endurance competition? And as far as everyone else goes, I'm like, how come these young people can't hold a marshmallow longer? Huh? How come we're not doing that? Then Angela starts wheeling and dealing, making deals. She's like, okay, let's, before she drops, because Angela's like, I could do this all night. Angela's like, I am a grandma and I am a mother to a fault. And she was focused and ready. She had her Lucky Mom jean shirt on. She was ready to party. And her and Leah had just been blindsided by the vote. So they were staying. So this could have been just like, it still is exciting. It's always exciting when the other side of the house gets power after being blindsided. When the side that gets blindsided gets power. So Angela's like, okay, how about we just like, none of us, no matter who wins, we don't put each other up. Okay, Cam, I won't put you up. Leah, I won't put you up. And Cam's like, okay. And Leah says, that sounds good. That sounds good. Chelsea's pissed. Chelsea's on the side. Chelsea's pissed. She's like, Cam, surely you can beat these 2. And Cam's like, I don't know. I don't know if I can. So then Angela goes, I'm going to drop. I could win. I definitely could win. I could do this. With my fallopian tubes tied, which they are, BT dubs. Anyways, I could do this, but you guys haven't gotten pictures. I've won HOH twice, 2 times. Okay. All right. And I've got to see my beautiful baby. So I'm going to let you guys, and since we have a deal, I'll let you guys. Then for some reason, which still I don't necessarily understand, but I stopped trying to understand the strategy behind this season a while ago. I think I just take it for what it is, and it's pretty damn entertaining. Cam and Leah decide, let's just knock this out, get it over with, and let's go on 1 foot. So then they each go on 1 foot. Leah lasts longer. Cam falls. Chelsea's pissed. Leah is the HOH. All right. Leah ultimately nominates for eviction Chemo and Rubina. Then on Saturday, we had a power veto competition that Angela won. All right. Angela, a mother to a fault. It was a crazy eye competition. She got to pick out the men in the pictures with the crazy eyes, and she won. No. I think it was a puzzle, they were saying. Angela won. But there was a second veto that we don't necessarily know exactly what that veto does yet. It's the Janky veto. And Leah won that veto. Okay. So Angela and Leah hold all the power this week. Leah being the HOH, Angela being the traditional POV holder, and Leah having this Janky veto. Now, apparently, There's something else Leah has to complete, some other mission, some other task, some other thing if she wants to use the janky veto. As of now, it seems like she doesn't want to use it. And I think Leah's janky veto, if she uses it, has to be used before Angela's. I'm still confused about it, okay? But ultimately, Angela has the veto. And what do you guys think? Angela wants to use the veto. And guess who Angela wants to use the veto on? Well, Chemo, of course, because she is winning back that trust and feels bad that she voted him out twice. Now, originally, last week, Angela and Leah were dead set. Okay, they were like, if we win power next week, we're gonna put up Chelsie and T-Core. So everyone was kind of like, oh shit, that's gonna be crazy. Because, from us outsiders looking in, and I think even within, the cast, the house guests, they see that Chelsie and T-Core have really good chances of winning for very different reasons. All right. T-Core with her social game, she's never been on the block before. All right. And then Chelsie for her strategic and also social game in a lot of ways, even though she's slipping with this cam thing. So Angela's like, Leah tells her, you can use the veto, Angela, on whatever, you do it. Cause I used the veto when I wanted to use the veto. So you use the veto. If you want to use the veto, I'm so proud of you. I love you. No, I love you. They have this love fest yesterday on the feeds. Cause again, this weekend, as far as game talk has been going, it's rough. They're all in the backyard. They're all hot. They're all complaining. It's rained on them. They're sleeping outside. They got, biffies that they have to go potty in. It's heating up. They're only allowed to eat ice cream and pizza. So can you imagine what's going on with their bowels? Not good. People are getting stressed. People are getting sick of each other. They're basically on top of each other, especially MJ and Cam. What? Stop it, Joleen. But so it's been difficult for them to, Leah has been able to take them upstairs on the balcony to have conversations. And she did have a conversation with Angela where Angela was like, I'm going to use the veto. And they just loved each other. It was like a love fest. I love you. No, I love you. No, I love you. I love you. And Leah says, no matter, even if people hate on me for liking you, I trust you. And Angela's like, I trust you too. And it's just I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you. Shut up. I'm proud of you. So they're very proud of each other. It's just a lady version of a circle jerk of love. Okay. So for the renom, Leah has said, we're still waiting for the feeds to go down for the POV ceremony. Leah said she's going to nominate T-Core. So that means they'll take Chemo off the block. Angela will save Chemo. And then Leah will nominate T-Core. So it'll be T-Core versus Rubina. Okay. Because Leah and Angela have set their sights on the trio this week, being Chemo, T-Core, and Rubina. All right. So they're doing that, even though it hasn't happened yet. Leah says she's not going to use her veto. And they think that Rubina will go over T-Core.
Who is she? Who is she? Who is she? Where did you find her?
Which I don't think that's necessarily true, because Chelsie has even had conversations knowing what a big threat T-Core is if she gets to the final two. So does Cam, MJ as well. So I think T-Core, if she goes up as a renom, she's in trouble. Now, T-Core did have some conversations with Leah about what could happen. You would think, man, Chemo and T-Core and Rubina, they must be just really throwing people under the bus, just doing anything to save themselves. Not really. There was a very awkward exchange with T-Core and Leah. And it was similar to when T-Core was HOH and Leah couldn't give her an answer of who is a threat to her, who she would target. And now it was like this with T-Core, where it literally was almost a minute of Leah asking T-Core a question and T-Core just... I mean, and that's only probably like 8 seconds what I just did. And that felt like forever. And we saw this previously in the episode, like I said, when T-Core was HOH, when she was talking to Leah. And yeah. And then Leah goes, well, don't stress yourself out about it. Don't stress yourself out about it. So T-Core's social game is still good enough where Leah is still kind of making excuses for her there, trying to like help her out. And they also don't think she will necessarily go home if she's put up as the renom, which is crazy. And it's just really awkward. Now, it frustrates me at this point. I don't care. I don't care who goes. I feel like my dream has already been crushed of having the final 6 be women, because Rubina's still been pushing that. And Leah and Angela are both like, we can still do that without Rubina. We can still do that without T-Core. We can still do all women without them. Okay, so whatever. So we're not going to probably get the women's final 6 like I saw in my head, even though I'm pretty sure I'm sidekick, but whatever. And they're just like, yeah, it's, oh, well. They've gotten to this point where they've justified it by saying, you know, I tried this before. That's what Leah said. She's like, I did try to do like a ladies thing. You know, I was like thinking of the women, but like Rubina wasn't until her showmance went home. So like, whatever. So the Women's Alliance push is not as strong for Rubina anymore now that they want to target Rubina and or T-Core, because I find it hard to believe that T-Core will stay, knowing what a social threat they've all expressed that she is and what we've seen in this game. Now, Angela pushed for Leah to put T-Core up as a replacement because she hasn't hit the block yet. And that's very dangerous in the game, to go up against anyone who has never been put up on the block. And then Angela said, don't worry, we can get Chelsie later. I'm going to get Chelsie in my next HOH. Because remember, Angela is a petty queen, okay? She remembers what Chelsie said to her about being a pawn and going on the block, and she wants to return the favor to Chelsie. She's like, I'll take her out. I can't wait to take her out. So right now, they have changed their mind. They're not going to target, because technically they have 2 vetoes. I mean, whatever this janky thing is, they have 2 vetoes. And they could, if they wanted to, completely change the thank you. Someone just sent me, Melissa, thank you so much for sending me a Venmo. That was so sweet of you. It popped up on my watch. Thank you so much. They could change this all around. They could take Chemo and Rubina off and put up who they want. But they're just, as of now, as of the latest, they're just going to remove Chemo and put up T-Core. So it'll be T-Core versus Rubina. Monica, thank you for the super chat. Monica says, not smart for them to win both, to win HOH in both vetoes this week. They put a huge target on their back next week. Now they are dangerous to leave in the game. Great point, Monica. Christian, Super Christian says, Leah needs to use her veto to put Chelsie up and get points. I don't think she's going to do that. We'll see, though. What's up, my friend Busy Blue? Busy, thank you for the super chat. Says, haven't watched the episode yet. Just want Joleen to shout me out. Shout out to Busy Blue, who recently hit 9,000 subscribers. Now let's get him to 10,000. Go subscribe to my friend Busy Blue. And tomorrow we'll be on our Sip and Key channel, and we will be covering The Strangers, the 2008 movie with Scott Speedman and somebody else. I forgot who else, but all I know is Scott Speedman. I think a lot of people want this to happen because it's a really big move, putting up Chelsie and T-Core, but it didn't sound like from the conversations that Leah and Angela have been having that was going to happen. It sounded like they were just targeting just targeting one of the trio rather than picking who they thought was like the hardest to beat at the end from each trio, one from each, being Chelsie from her trio and then T-Core from her trio. Oh, I love Scott Speedman too. So cute. Ever since Felicity. Love him, Angela. Angela Clark Little. Yes. Yes, Leah's worried about the what ifs. What if Chelsie takes herself off? What if we put Chelsie and she doesn't go home? But really, this week, you only need 3 votes. So if Angela's going to vote her out, and you have Chelsie versus T-Core, and then Chemo and Rubina are not going to vote T-Core out over Chelsie, the only person she'd then be worried about flipping is Angela. So that would mean Leah doesn't trust Angela. So that's where we're at. That's that about that. And oh Lord, you guys, it's crazy. Okay, so let's talk more about the jankiest of the janks. All right. We're having pizza parties, dance parties. Everything is janky, 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 janky. We're also having love triangles. All right. Now, Cam is getting himself into some trouble because Cam is cuddling with MJ still. And we know Chelsie does not like this. Now, Chelsie was sleeping and they were kind of cuddling. And then Chelsie saw it. And I was like, oh, Lord. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. And throughout the night, they were just getting more and more upset, Chelsie was, about this cuddling situation and even implicating MJ. Now, if Chelsie had it her way, Cam would just be cuddling his best bear friend. I forgot his name. His little bear. They all have their little stuffed animals from the janky world. He would keep it in his pants and just cuddle this bear. Okay. But Cam's like, I like cuddling. He likes to get rubbed. Him and MJ are just rubbing and cuddling and massaging and playing with each other's hair. Thank you, David, for the super chat. David said, watching from Canada as my daughter gets ready for her wedding on the 28th. Oh my gosh. Congratulations to your daughter. That's so, I was like, what's the date today? It's the 16th. So that's right around the corner, David. Enjoy every moment of that. That's wonderful. And so Chelsie, I think she thinks she might be married to Cam. So there was quite a bit of drama. It was like MJ's the other woman and she's there. And first of all, she sees the cuddling. She's not happy about it. Then Cam moves his bed. Apparently he tried to move his bed underneath the awnings, but was told he can't do that due to the rain. All right. The rain in Spain goes mainly on Cam's Rager and the Cager for MJ. Okay. And so Chelsea's like, oh God. And she's just very annoyed because we know Chelsie has these feelings for Cam. Again, I don't really know what's going on. There's been some talk on Twitter that maybe this could be due to Chelsie admitted that she's a little, what's the word? Jealous? No, not jealous. She might be not as experienced in the dating game, kind of what people were saying about Quinn as well. Someone on Twitter said she only kissed one person. I don't remember her saying that, but okay. And that she might just not have a lot of experience when it comes to this. And she, maybe she read him all the Proverbs and she was like, you're mine now. She was like, I put some Proverbs on you and now you're mine. Meanwhile, MJ wants to cuddle. Cam wants to cuddle. It seems weird that they have to hide from Chelsie. And I'm just like, Chelsie, strategically, otherwise, Chelsea's doing really good with her game. I mean, Chelsie is able to hide it with everyone else when she's annoyed with them. Even with Angela, where like T-Core and Rubina, they're struggling with Angela. Rubina's a little better at hiding it. Actually, a lot better at hiding it. T-Core's like, I can't stand this woman. I can't stand her voice. I can't wait for Angela. I'm just done with her. Like they're at this point in the game. They're all annoyed with each other. They're outside. It's hot. It's cold. There's ants going in their mouth. They're pooping in a biff. Like none of them are happy. Okay. But Chelsie will do little things, like it starts raining. She goes over and she gives Angela a poncho, even though Angela annoys the shit out of her. And we saw it in last night's episode when she was like, Angela, don't come in here and tell me that you wanted Quinn to go when you voted for Quinn to stay, and then you wanted Chemo to stay when you voted for Chemo to go. Like, please, it's the same song and dance. We're going round and round and round. So she does have, obviously, human moments of frustration, but then she softens it up, where I think T-Core is, she's just like, no, I am over this lady. There's just, people are annoyed with people. So there are certain aspects where Chelsea's doing really well, but when it comes to Cam, she just loses her cool. Okay. What else would I call it? Like Brittany says, I love that you call it a biff. It's a biff or like a biffy, right? It's not an outhouse. Porta potty. Is that what it is? Yes. And thank you for loving that. She's in her own world. I feel like she maybe married them when Cam was sleeping. And part of me does kind of feel bad for Cam because it's not your boyfriend. And if they're holding back a showmance from us, if there's something that happened on the feeds, and I know they used to do like this marriage counseling with Brooklyn, but how much of that was like tongue in cheek to him? And you can argue, yes, he knows that she likes him, but that doesn't mean he owes her anything, right? Unless he's full on leading her on and saying, I like you, we're going to date outside of this. He doesn't owe her anything. Am I crazy? Or is this just seems too much? So Chelsie last night was like, he's being such an asshole. And then she moves her bed. He's like, you don't have to yell and you don't have to make this a big deal. And then MJ's like getting up, putting her bra back on. No, she didn't take her bra off, but it was kind of like getting caught. Like, you didn't tell me you were married. Oh my God. It's like an episode of Cheaters or something. And Chelsie moves her cot all the way over by the porta potties. Yuck. Stinky stinkies. Like she's really mad if she would rather sleep by the doo-doo brown than by Cam and MJ. All right. Angela said he told her one night they're going to date when the show is over. I mean, that's great. That's a little cuckoo of Cam to do that. Well, can they have a conversation now? Like if I was Cam, I'd pull her aside and be like, look, I think you're great as a person, but in this house, I don't want to date anybody. And if I'm cuddling like with MJ or anybody, it's not because I don't enjoy you as a person. That probably wouldn't even work. But to Chelsie, she's like, why can't he just, she's like, venting to Rubina and T-Core. And she's like, why can't he just control himself, self-control? Because if he wants cuddles, he's looking at the wrong girl. He's not going to get it from me. Well, then he's going to go get it from MJ if you're not together. I don't really understand why she likes him because everything's wrong with him. She's like, he's stinky. He has no self-control. He's like, well, what do you like about him, ma'am? I don't know. I'm trying to chalk it up to maybe it's like cuckoo in the game. Anna said Chelsie had a conversation with him last week about how it made her uncomfortable. I will say game-wise, it is really stupid of Cam and MJ to be doing this and putting a target on themselves, like really stupid. And Chelsie already feels that Cam would put every other woman and person ahead of her in the game. So it's definitely not helping. Oh my God. So it is just, it's like drama. And Angela was saying that Angela was like us watching it. She was like, oh, okay. Okay, what's going on? Leah was trying to help them move the cots because she's like, I don't like when things aren't aligned. And then Rubina and T-Core and Chemo just wanted to have a kiki with her about it. And Chelsea's just PO'd. She's big mad. And Cam's like, what did I do? And then today, Mackenzie and Cam were talking about Chelsie and her being upset. And Cam's like, how does she not see that the exact thing she complained about with Tucker, about how he would get mad and then he'd ruin the vibes? That's what she's doing. She's ruining the vibes. And he's just hoping that maybe he can meditate it away. I don't know. It is just like, it's too much. The Pumpkin Lady, thank you so much for the super chat. Says, how are they not getting sunburned? Well, I think they have sunscreen out there. Hopefully. They better provide them with sunscreen. Pamela B says, can we get a player hater? We can get a player hater because a little bit of Chelsie is being a little bit of a player hater. I mean, she does like the man, okay, but she also is always like, he stinks, he's this, he's that. It's just you have to calm it down a little bit. So I don't know. It's a lot. But it was at least given some entertainment with this twist. Yeah, she's like, he's got stanky feet. You would think maybe Chelsie, if she's so mad, because she is starting to be like, yeah, and MJ's leaning into it. And MJ's doing that thing. She's like, what? What? I didn't know. This is so weird. It's like, girl to girl, you know. Come on, MJ. I'm not saying you owe her anything, but don't play dumb like, what? Which I'm sure is pissing Chelsie off more. But yeah, you would think Chelsie would be campaigning to maybe get those two gone. Bye. Get them put on the block. Granted, that wouldn't be that smart because they're technically her allies. But yeah, she knows. She's 22, but she knows. Yes, and it sucks if Cam does come between the two of them because it's so silly. It's so stupid. Meanwhile, MJ, she was scissoring Leah over here. They were having a whole scissor party on the dance floor at like 3 a.m. Okay, they were going hardcore with scissors on the floor. So stick to this, ladies. Stick to this. Stick to the scissoring. Scissor sisters. I wanted that final 6 to be women. And now I feel like I'm not going to get it. Okay? David, thank you for the super chat. David says, well, the only straight guy left has his pick. Seriously. Chemo might have to, I don't know, right? What? I was like, yay, finally. Anything other than this Chelsie Cam drama. Let's get it. So MJ's she's getting in where she fits in. All right. And Leah's loving it. She's like, I'm loving it. BB After Dark. I'm loving it. Oh, goodness. So Chelsea's pissed off. Cam's like, whatever. MJ's like, I had an idea. Leah wants everything to be in a straight line. Everyone's tummy hurts. They're filling up the porta potties. It's hot out. But I think probably the most frustrating part of all this is the fact that the trio has the ability. Look, here's Chelsie giving another look even to Leah and Cam. I mean, Chelsie has just had it. At this point, she should just straight up pull him aside and be like, I like you. If he said they're going to date outside the house, I like you. You like me. Okay? Break it down like the Barney song. And if we are going to date outside the house, I don't want you cuddling with people. And if you want to cuddle with people, that's fine. We're just not going to date outside the house. But it just seems like young people, they're, just kind of childish at this point. Like Love Island. But it is kind of like Love Island because they're outside by a pool and they're sweating. All right? So, yeah, they all need to get laid. They just have a big orgy. They're talking about cuddling each other to do a big cuddle puddle. And if he doesn't like her, he should probably not tell her if he did. Like Angela was saying in the chat here, if he did say that they were going to date after this. Oh, sir, you are setting yourself up for an episode of Snapped. Yes, you are. Not good. Okay, so back to the trio. At this point, it's disappointing because there was lots of talk this week of, with Chemo and T-Core and Rubino, should we throw people under the bus? Yes, one of you guys is going home this week. You should definitely throw people under the bus. Why are you protecting the other side? Do the same thing that the other side is doing to you. Cam has put a target on the trio. Chelsea's put a target on the trio. MJ's put a target on the trio because they don't want to go home and they want to stay in this game. And the trio is like, yeah, I don't know. Should we? And I'm like, ugh. And then they're having conversations like, we're so happy. If I just have this friendship, then that's all that matters, which is fine and dandy, Randy, and great. Good, great, grand. Fantastic. You're all wonderful people, and you have a friendship for life. But can we remember we're in the game for $750,000? It's almost as bad as the showmance at this point. And stay together. You can stay together by throwing them under the bus. You know things. Chelsea's doing herself no favors right now with, how she's acting with the Cam situation and MJ. I mean, there are cracks in the foundation that you can break open, and yet you're just like, nah. And it is beyond frustrating to watch the trio who seem all three sweet as pie. Yes, they're annoyed with people. Yes, they're venting. They all vent. They all get annoyed with each other. That's fine. But what are you going to do strategically to make sure you all stay there? What are you going to offer? Chemo was offering up a little something, something, finally. All right. But I needed more from Rubina. We need more than just the Girls Alliance. We need more from T-Core. We need you to give them a reason to not want you gone. Now, you could easily make the case that, they're clearly the more powerful trio because they win more than us. And we're just like, but they're cutthroat. They win shit. So you definitely want to break them up. Because if one of them wins HOH next week, which is a good possibility, then one of you guys is going on the block. However, even the fact that, last week, do you not remember Chelsie wanted to put you up as a renom? Chelsie also was the HOH that got Quinn out of the game. Did we forget this, Leah? And Cam would easily put you up, but Leah feels like she can trust Cam. Leah also feels like she can now pull in MJ because she still has this scissor sister soft spot for MJ. Scissor sisters for life, I guess. So yeah, Survivor would kill them, Mandy, because they are struggling just on this. Now, I will say, if I had to eat ice cream and pizza, I would be so sick to my stomach. They can have no vegetables. I think they can have maybe a protein shake, water, soda, but just ice cream and pizza every day. Oh no. Not over the age of 12. I mean, I ate pizza 2 days in a row and I thought I was like, oh, my insides were very mad. Very, very mad. Angela Clark Little says, definitely need more from Rubina. They all have info they could use, but no one's doing anything with it. They're more interested in Chelsea's drama with Cam than they are in saving their own game, which is so frustrating because I feel like Rubina was making such great strides and she was, after Tucker left. And then it's just, I don't know if it's this twist. I don't know what it is. But it is very unfortunate. Let's see what else you guys are saying. Yes, it is more like camping, Cammy, than it is that bad. I mean, it sucks out there for sure. And it's very difficult to hear the feeds because there's planes flying over and they can't really get away from one another. So they're not doing a ton of gaming. Angie says, my 2 favorite foods and have an excuse to eat it daily. Sign me up. I mean, it sounds good for a couple days, but then literally, I already don't eat the best. I am a little bit of a junk food junkie, but I cannot eat pizza for a week every day and ice cream. Oh my God, what in the IBS is happening? Sex Booby, Lex says, it's the twist. The twist definitely did them no favors. Thank you, Nicole. Welcome to the Patreon, and I'll see you hopefully today at 4. But thank you for joining my Patreon, and I'll see you at 4 for the H of H. Has anyone shit this week? I don't know. I think, unfortunately, they've probably had some yucks. Yeah, what if you're lactose intolerant? Well, they didn't even worry about when Cam has an egg allergy and he had to play in the egg HOH comp. And if it broke on his skin, he could have an allergic reaction. They were like, oh no. Pretty 3000 says, I'm sorry, but MJ would have got drug if she was out here playing face. MJ knows what the frick she's doing. I mean, there are moments where MJ is like, I know what. And I'm thinking, girl, you know. Girl, you know. And granted, they're not in a relationship, Cam and Chelsie, but if your girlfriend, your friend, someone you're in alliance with, you know she likes a dude, this just then becomes off limits. I mean, it's kind of girl code. It sucks that, we have to sometimes hold the higher standard for women. But especially in this game, it's like MJ, oh good. Or like if you want to just snuggle Cam, then work with Leah and Angela and get Chelsie out. It's crazy. On the side with TLC, thank you so much for the super chat. Says, I'm getting the feeling of summer camp mentality instead of BB. Will be interesting when the groups have to break up. Well, this week for sure, there will be, almost for sure. We're still waiting for the POV ceremony, but there will be one of the trios will get broken up. So, MJ does know Patty because there have been conversations people have had with her. I think T-Course talked to her. Rubina's talked to her. Leah has talked to her. Again, though, in MJ's defense, when MJ brought it up to Chelsie and Cam in the HOH room, she said, Leah said you were getting mad. And Chelsea's like, yeah, right. I would not. I am not mad at you for Cam and cuddling and that Cam might like you. No way. So Chelsie did herself no favors there. So I don't even know if Chelsie has had a straight up conversation with MJ saying, I like Cam. And it does hurt my feelings to see that he is cuddling and flirting with everyone else except for me. So MJ did bring it up because Leah told her, and Chelsie and Cam played it down. So probably shouldn't have done that. Cammy says last week, MJ and Cam were in the kitchen alone, and Cam told her to follow her heart while he was playing Spin the Knife. Well, if they like each other, they like each other. Oh, well. If they like each other. If they like each other, like each other, like each other. If they like each other, like each other. Oh. I was hoping for an MJ and Cam hookup just to piss off Matt, Mr. Crazy Eyes, but that's me. That's me. I was having a petty party. That was just me. Mm-hmm. And I feel like Chelsie could have told her about it. She could have said, hey. I mean, yeah. Are you saying, JH, that Chelsie said that Cam smells? Yeah, she definitely said he smells. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I'd be lying to say I haven't hid my jealousy when I was young in their age, but in this game, maybe just be a little, you're not really doing a good job hiding it. It's definitely showing now. So, and this is more reason, if Cam is playing all the women and Chelsie feels this way, campaign against Cam. Get him on the block. Yeah, they made a deal with him at HOH, but come on. You can eat. I feel like you could sway Leah and you could sway Angela. Put a guy up and then we can get down, hopefully, finally to the all women's final six. But the women have spoken, some of them, and they said, no, we're okay. We can still do all women at the end without one of the women going home, without Rubina or T-Core, whoever leaves. So you could solve the problem by just getting rid of Cam. Yep. But they all smell now. Yeah, they do. They were having like Rubina and Cam were smelling each other's pits. And apparently Cam didn't smell. He smelled like deodorant. But Rubina said she reeked. Right, Terry? That's always my go-to now, especially in my 40s. Hey, if there's a problem with two girls and a guy, just get rid of the guy. I think that should be always, whether it's in real life, in reality TV, wherever. Don't ever fight another woman or get mad at another woman over a man. It's not worth it. There's a lot of wiener out there. And if you don't want that, there's the Scissor Sisters. You can always scissor, There's just so many opportunities. So this week you have these two. Oh no. I think my thing is dying. Is it? My mouse. You have Angela and Leah holding all the power. And Angela will, according to her, be using her veto to remove chemo from the block. And she's going to put up, and then Leah is going to put up T-Core. So, okay. All right. And I don't think they realize that T-Core will most likely go, but she will. I mean, you have Rubina next to her, so you have chemo voting for her to stay. Chelsie was throwing T-Core under the bus. Will she vote T-Core out? I mean, all it takes is 3 votes to get her out. So, Bubko says, I'm currently taking Manjaro for weight loss, and I was legit dry heaving the whole episode last night at the thought of eating that sugar. Oh, really? Does it make you, even just thinking about it, makes you want to? I need that. I need something that when I think of sugar, it makes me want to barf. You guys, 950 people watching. Make sure you smash that like if you haven't already. We have a like goal. I'm just going to set it right now for 800. If we can hit 800 likes, that would be amazing. Edie says, they're crazy. They need to put T-Core and Chelsie up. Again, Leah, it's mostly Leah. I think if Angela should be pushing this more, but it's mostly Leah saying, but what if Chelsie stays? And the only way Chelsie would technically stay is if Angela went against the vote. If she couldn't trust Angela's vote. So obviously she doesn't trust Angela's vote. But, I mean, Cam is still, protecting Chelsie in his conversations. That trio is kind of looking out for one another, just like the other trio. But with all this going on, I mean, if I was Cam, maybe I would just be like, hey, maybe you want to use the other, maybe you want to, if you're going to use the veto, maybe you want to renom Chelsie. Maybe. Yeah, I like both Chelsie and T-Core too. I think both of them have an excellent chance of winning this game. I think if you don't take Chelsie out soon, she's going to win this game and she's going to deserve it. So, Jessica Armstrong asked, was Chelsie throwing T-Core under the bus for real or to save herself from the block? I can't tell. I think she was throwing her under the bus to save herself. I think that's the difference between Chelsie and T-Core is Chelsie is so much better at this game in that way. Chelsea's better at maintaining the relationships. Chelsea's better, obviously present story excluded with the Cam stuff, but she's better at, managing the relationships minus Cam. That is her weak spot. And it could be her demise in this game, which is sad. But she's better at that. She's better strategically. She'll do what she needs to do. Her perseverance. Why can't I say that word? You know what I'm saying. Her ability to self-preserve is stronger than T-Core's. T-Core and the trio, they're sometimes they're just in la la land, and it's just whisper, whisper, whisper. Should we do this? Should we do this? And then they don't do it. And they're like, we're just happy we're friends. Perseverance, self-perseverance. Why was I saying perseverance? Oh my goodness, Joleen, take a nap. I need a Snickers or something. Thank you, Savannah. Perseverance is stronger. Preservation. That's the other word I was looking for. Maybe I was mixing them both up. Who knows? Thank you, Adele. But yes. Oh my goodness. X12 says, I think Chelsie lies to us in the DR. She's just keeping everyone guessing then. Giving us little lies in the DR. Saying she's going to do one thing. Self-preservation. Thank you, Angie. You guys are helping me keep my English on point. English, very difficult language, especially for me. So, oh, you just ate a Snickers. I need something because my brain is not working. Yes. perseverance or self-preservation. Yes, Robbie M. You guys are so smart. Lean team. So, yeah, I think it's the Janky, Jankie, Janky, you love me. So between that and the songs, and they all have to participate every time they announce a pizza party, they all have to participate. They announce an ice cream party, they all have to participate. They announce a dance party, they all have to participate. The DR is so weird now that it's outside and with their other green screen that even looking at it in last night's episode, it was like a little jarring. It felt very like Floribama Shore. I was like, is this Jersey Shore, Floribama Shore? Just with whatever we got going on here. I think Big Brother, I mean, they are so good at taking the momentum out of a season. A good season, similar to what they did in BB24 with the outside thing. And it was just disastrous with Crockpot himself, DJ No Time winning, and then Kyle throwing the Alliance under the bus and them targeting Joseph while Taylor and them are inside, and just like sucking the momentum out of the game while they all sit outside in the heat and are just lethargic and tired and all the things. And granted, that's Big Brother, expect the unexpected. But as far as like good feeds go, this isn't it. We could have think if Leah was HOH and she got the HOH room and Angela's up there and we got rooms to game and people talking, it could have been really interesting. But instead, the feeds this weekend were just really boring, in my opinion. So yeah, that's we'll see today. Everyone's kind of looking forward to post veto ceremony feeds to see what happens. If T-Core is renommed, if Leah maybe will decide that she is going to use her janky veto, even though she said she doesn't want to, but maybe she will. I don't know. Heather says, I'm like 319. It's my lucky number. Yay. Well, we only have to get a little under 500 more to hit our light goal. Yeah, they look like zombies now. So it's a mixture of Direfest and the zombie thing from last season. Oh my gosh. Right? Paul says, how is Angela surviving without doors to put her ear up to? She's just staring at people from her cot like, mm-hmm. Yes. So when's double eviction? Great question, Tracy. I don't know. Next week? I don't know. Big Brother, they like to just keep us in the dark, I guess. I feel like we would have known. I don't know. I'm going to say next week. How about that? Amy says, oh my gosh, Amy says, I've totally turned on Chelsie. I'm now team Angela and Leah. Well, Angela Leah's gonna hate giving up the tiara. She loves her tiara that she wears all the time. I think like some people were saying in the chat earlier, Angela is not a player to scoff at all. I mean, to go like, oh, she's been carried or whatever. No, Angela is winning competitions. And 51 years old, again, not old, but in Big Brother, that's dead. And in an endurance comp for 10 hours, and these other young people who work out can't be up there longer than 2 to 4 hours. Come on now. It's how bad do you want it? And I do feel, as much as I like Rubina, as much as I like Chemo, as much as I like T-Core, do you really want it? I don't know. When you see certain house guests, and how they campaign and what they're willing to do and staying one step ahead, even with like Chelsie, even Cam is putting targets on other people. Cam is gaming. And okay, well then if you guys don't want it, maybe their trio does need to be broken up. And maybe then, they'll be able to play a little better. I hate to be this person, but I was just like, just send Chemo home. Just send them home. Maybe then T-Core and Rubina will play a little more aggressively, or maybe they never will. I don't know. Yes, and she had 3 different people use her veto on her. That's huge. That's huge, right? I'm team nobody too at this point. I don't even care. I don't even care. Just go. I kind of am. Obviously, I'm always team fun feeds, and I'm always, always want people to want to be there. And I get that this week is this outdoor twist and people are cranky. Totally. I would be cranky too. But the fight still has to be there. I mean, if you're faced with your trio on the block, and if they use, because Angela basically told Chemo without telling Chemo, like, I'm going to use this veto. Well, now's the time to get someone from the other side on the block. So all of you work your magic to put a target on either Cam, MJ, or Chelsie. Now, probably you would have the best luck with Chelsie because they made the deal with Cam, but still, you could still find a way. And then MJ, I don't think Leah will do that because Leah believes she's kind of working with MJ. So Anna says, I think I'm more team everybody. This is the first season in a long time I'm fine with anyone winning. Yeah. I don't think I would be pissed. The only thing that's frustrating is when I feel like people are just kind of giving up. And I feel like Rubina's kind of at that point now too, where she's like, I feel like I already won. I won these friends. And I'm like, oh, that's so sweet. That's so sweet. But let's keep playing. Because I really wanted the final 6 all women, but I never get that woman's alliance I want. Oh my gosh, Chris Kirkpatrick, calm your boner, sir. I said it, but it's barely happening. Barely. Let's see what else you guys are saying here. Joseph said, this is my favorite modern era Big Brother season. Rubina and Chemo are just done, and it's frustrating. Yeah, and maybe if they were in the house, would they? I don't know. So Dire Fest was way harder. 100% harder Dire Fest was. I feel like their conditions were a lot worse, and they didn't get parties, and they didn't get ice cream, and they didn't get like fun games to play out there. And Dire Fest just looked worse. It looked pretty bad. Yep. New idea. Never cheer for a ladies alliance and it'll happen. Never cheer for it and it'll happen. How's Quinn doing in jury? Well, we'll probably get a Quinn update. I wonder if we get one Thursday, Wednesday, or they're going to wait till next week. We'll see. Apply for BB? No. I do not want to be on Big Brother. I would suck and I would be so annoyed and I would not be able to do. I would just be getting mad at people all the time. And I'd be talking so much shit. They'd be like, all Joleen does is talk shit on the feeds. Yeah, that's all I would do. I'd be like, oh my God, that person, I hate that person. I'm so over that person. I have to say these things out loud just to process them to move on. I don't even mean it. But I'll be like, oh my God, I hate that person. Oh my God. They're dirty. They didn't flush the toilet. Did she just pick her nose and eat her? I can't. No. I'd be talking shit. I would talk shit to them. I would be horrible. I'd be like, who didn't flush the toilet? Who didn't flush the toilet? Who's nasty? You guys are, you know why we have ants? Because you're all nasty. Because you're all disgusting. All right. Wake up. I'm not waking up. I'm 44 years old. I'm going to sleep. You know, no. Any showmance is going on. I would hit them in their boners. Knock it off. Knock it off. If I had to listen to, no offense, all offense to Leah, tell stories like, nope, not doing it. I have to take breaks, and I have nothing against Leah, nothing other than her use of like and how she speaks in paragraphs. There are no periods. She uses like as a comma, and she just keeps talking and essentially says the same thing over and over and over and over and over and over while she's explaining something that's so obvious or that someone else should be explaining because it's about their life or their game. And she just keeps going. She'll say, yeah, and like, okay, so like the sun comes out and like, okay, so like during the day there's like a sun, right? And so like when the sun comes out, like it's brighter, right? Like, and then the sun, when it goes down, it's like dark. But like that is like how it is because there's brightness, like because like the sun. And then like at night, there's like not because the sun is like hidden and it's like dark. And like in dark, you can't like see as much. But in the sun, you can see because it's like bright, right? So if it's bright, you can see because of the sun. And when it's dark, you can't see because the sun is not sunning. But when like it is sunning, you can see, because it's like, okay, so I had this friend and her name was like Sunny and she was like really bright. But like at night, even though like she was named like Sunny, she still like couldn't be like bright. Like she had to be like dark because like it's dark. Because in the day, like it's sunny. And then like at night, it's like not sunny. Like I can't. It's too much. There's a whole group of people I want to weigh in on a conversation and Leah won't stop talking. She will not stop talking. And it is paragraphs. She speaks in novels and riddles. And I'm to the point of the season where I'm like, all right. Mark, thank you for the super chat. Mark says, Big Brother Breakdown with Joleen. You bring me such joy. Keep up the great work. Thanks, Mark. All of your content rocks. Oh my gosh, I feel so special. Thank you for making my day brighter. Mr. Joleen is one lucky guy. Remind him. No, he knows. He better know. But thank you, Mark. That is incredibly sweet and kind. Thank you so much for that. David, thank you for the super chat. David said, this week is Houston Texans versus the Minnesota Vikings. The Vikings are 2-0. 2 wins, 0 losses. That's crazy. We're going to the Super Bowl. That's it. That's what people think when they're Vikings fans. We're going to the Super Bowl. We're doing it, David. We're doing it. Janky, Janky, Jankie. Janky, Janky, you love me. Hi, oh my gosh. Like enough, like with the legs. Like, come on. Me and Das here says you and Maddie in the house would be awesome. Poor Maddie, she would have to listen to me, bitch. I'd be like, and then listen to this, Maddie. Poor Maddie would be all super positive. I'd be like, and then this bitch, listen to what she said to me. Oh my God. It would not be good. So yes. No janky. Cindy says, go Bucks. Ramona says, I do feel for the house guest. That sun is horrible. Let's talk about skin cancer for the fair ones. Yeah. Hopefully they have, I know that is, I would be, if I saw that, I would self-evict. Everyone would hate me. I would say, I'm sorry. I don't do porta potties and I don't do direct sunlight like that. No, thank you. Dame says, as a Vikings fan, I'm waiting for Jefferson to tear his ACL in week 14 right before the playoffs. I mean, that's the luck of the Vikings. So if you're a Vikings fan, it's truly a labor of love, and it's a labor. It's a whole ass labor. Yes, it is. Nana. Oh, I'd love to watch Nana on Big Brother. Oh my gosh, Nana would be hilarious. I don't know. I don't think she'd like it very much. No, I think Busy Blue should be on the show. I would love to watch Busy, and we can hype up Busy over here. Busy would be hilarious. He would talk so much shit. He would be crying every episode. It would be so good. Oh my God, it'd be so good. Oh, you think Vanessa from BB17's got tears? My BFF, Busy Blue, he's a Pisces. He's got tears for years. Okay, and he would play these fools. He could emotionally manipulate. It'd be good. It would be good. Would Busy be in a showmance? No, he wouldn't, because he's with Tay the Bay. He's engaged. So he better not. Or I'll be running up there with the blowhorn. Or what is not a blowhorn? Whatever. I'll be the wall yeller. Busy, keep your dick in your pants. Like I'd be screaming. Think about Tay. So, yes. We do need to camp. Well, I keep telling him to apply. So hopefully he applies. So, yes. Molly says, hey, Joleen, needed this podcast. Just got back from a 6-month postpartum visit and found out I'm 6 weeks pregnant. Shock is, congratulations, Molly. But also, oh my gosh. Does that mean you're going to have Irish twins? Oh, I have cousins that are Irish twins. That's exciting, but also your poor baby door, Molly. Oh, God bless. All the love, Molly. Put your baby doors in the chat for Molly. Gosh, we love you, girl. Oh, that is exciting. And isn't that Irish twins? Yeah. Subscribe to Busy Blue. Go show him love. We got to get him to 10K. He's hilarious. Yes. If you are a member over here, put your baby doors in the chat. Hi, Tracy World. I'm glad you're here and welcome. But that is so exciting, Molly. But wow. Yes. 6 months. Oh, good. All the good vibes, right? I feel like everybody's got Irish twin cousins. That's gosh. I'm over here going, oh, I can't believe I have 3 dogs. I'm just such a busy fur mommy. But you're gonna have 2 infants. Oh my goodness. Candy says Irish twins are born the same year, months apart. So technically, yeah, then that wouldn't be. I can't do the math, Candy. So you just say yay or nay on that one. Molly says, yes, Irish twins. I have a 14-year-old as well. Your mouth was on the floor. Oh my gosh, Molly. What a blessing. What a joy. But I don't blame you. My mouth would be on the floor too. I kind of want to cry for you. Like tears of happiness. And also that is just, whoa. I will never be able to not complain, but about, I'm just like, oh, I'm potty training my little puppy, my little Dave dog, who's just so sweet and sleeping right here. But puppies are very active. Oh my goodness. Yes. Oh. You'll have 2 babies and then 2 teens. Oh. Tina says, I have to be honest, Joleen, I did click off your channel for the first time, but girl, I can own it when I'm wrong. You give me side ache from laughing. I love you bunches. Oh, well, that's so nice of you. And believe me, I realize that's, I'm not always everyone's cup of tea. And sometimes people are like, no, and then, but people find their way back. They find their way back. So I'm glad you found your way back, Tina. I'm so glad. Oh my goodness. Well, congratulations, Molly. That is great news to end today's live stream with. I'll be back at 4 p.m. for my members and my Patreon supporters in the Joleen Besties and the official Lean Team tier on Patreon and both tiers here on YouTube. At 4 p.m., I'll be dropping the link. We'll have people up. We'll be talking about, hopefully, we'll be, having a more in-depth conversation. And then hopefully also, they'll have had the POV ceremony. And if not, we'll just kind of watch it together, but not together. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Okay. So thank you everyone for joining me today. I'll be back obviously tomorrow for another Big Brother Breakdown with Joleen. Also, did I schedule it for tomorrow? I think tomorrow I also scheduled No Offense, All Offense, because we got to talk Bravo, Pop Culture, Real Housewives of Orange County. I got to talk the Secret Lives of Sister Wives. I just finished that. I just finished the Chimp Crazy. So many things I want to talk about. Thank you to all my super chatters, Monica M., Super Christian, Busy Blue, David, the Pumpkin Lady, Pamela B, On the Side with TLC, David, and Mark. Thank you guys so much. Welcome all my new members. Thank you to those of you who hit me up on the Venmo, PayPal, Cash App. And thank you for just sounding off in the chat and participating and smashing that like. And like I always say, you're all beautiful pumpkin spice babies. And I hope you enjoy yourself because it's later than you think. Bye.
If you like what you see.